Ever wonder how the apps on your phone are actually made? Turns out it's a lot like running a crazy busy restaurant kitchen. And right now, that kitchen is going through a massive, massive revolution. So let's pull back the curtain and see what's really cooking.
Okay, so let's just start with the biggest question of all. How is software even built? Before we get into any of the complicated stuff, I want to break it down in a way that just makes sense. I want you to picture a bustling restaurant kitchen, right? You've got all these different chefs, you've got fresh ingredients coming in, super detailed recipes, and a line of hungry people waiting for their food. This kitchen, this is our key to understanding everything about how software gets made, both in the past and where it's headed. So, if we rewind a bit, software teams used to work just like an old-school kitchen crew. You had a whole team of specialists, and each one had their own little station and a very, very specific job to do. First up, you had your salad chef. Their entire world was just making salads, chopping the lettuce, dicing the tomatoes, getting the dressing just right. In the tech world, that's your front-end developer. They build everything you actually see and touch on an app. The buttons, the layout, the pretty stuff. And then, over on the other side of the kitchen, you've got the grill chef. This person only worked the grill. They were in charge of the engine of the whole operation, the steaks, the burgers. This is your back-end developer. They're handling the databases, the servers, all that complex stuff that makes the app actually work. And here was the big problem with that setup. Everyone was stuck in their own little world. If the grill chef needed something from the salad chef, the whole process just stopped. It kind of worked, sure, but man, was it slow and inefficient. But then, something changed. A new kind of chef started showing up in the kitchen. A super chef who could just move from station to station. They could whip up a salad, then jump over to the grill, and even bake the dessert. They're totally rewriting the rules. This new person is the full-stack AI developer. They are that super chef. They get the whole picture, from the front-end salad station to the back-end grill. And, crucially, they know how to use these incredibly powerful new AI tools to make everything happen way, way faster. And because they are so versatile, their value is just going through the roof. We're talking about a median salary that's already hit $157,000. The demand for this new breed of talent is absolutely intense. And when I say intense, I mean it's staggering. Right now, there are 4.2 million unfilled jobs for these kinds of developers around the world. The world isn't just asking for more super chefs, it is screaming for them. And look, this isn't just some passing trend. The CTO of GitHub, Imbal Shani, laid it out pretty clearly. Understanding AI isn't a bonus anymore. It's a core part of the job. To be a developer today is to be an AI developer. But there's a catch. This new super chef has an amazing assistant, the AI. But sometimes that assistant can get the recipe disastrously wrong. In the world of AI, they call this a hallucination. It's basically when the AI just confidently makes stuff up. Imagine asking your AI sous chef for a soup recipe, and it tells you, with a straight face, to use a bar of soap instead of salt. It sounds ridiculous, but this is a huge problem holding AI back. So, this brings us to the most important question of all. How do we stop the AI from making these crazy, dangerous mistakes? How do we keep the soap out of the soup for good? Well, the solution, in theory, is actually pretty simple. You just don't let the AI make things up as it goes. You hand it a super detailed, step-by-step recipe, and you make sure it reads the whole thing before it even touches an ingredient. And this really shows you the big shift. The old way was just letting the AI start cooking without a clear plan, which, led to some soapy soup. The new, much safer way is called model-first reasoning. It just means the recipe always comes before the cooking. So here's how it works, broken down into 2 simple steps. First, you make the AI write the recipe. That means it builds a strict model or blueprint of the problem. Then, and only after that recipe is approved, you get to step 2. The AI can start cooking, but it has to follow that recipe perfectly. No improvising, no more soap. Now, once you have this kind of control over the AI, it opens the door to a pretty wild future. A future that starts to look like a fully automated kitchen, where the human's role changes in a huge way. And this is the part that really blows my mind. The human, we're not the ones chopping and grilling anymore. We become the head taster. Our new job is to be the final quality check, to make sure that whatever the AI cooked up is absolutely perfect. And this is what that new kitchen team looks like. You've got a whole crew of AI agents doing the work. One plans the meal, one designs the plate, another one does the actual coding. And where's the human? We're not down in the weeds. We're the ones giving the thumbs up at every important step. We've officially gone from being the creators to being the verifiers. And if you want to know why this is all happening so fast, well, the money tells the story. A single line of code written by a human software engineer costs about $12. That exact same line of code from an AI 0.2 of a single cent. The cost isn't just a little bit lower, it's a total and complete game changer. So, after seeing this whole journey, we gotta ask ourselves, where does this all leave us? Let's just quickly retrace our steps one last time before we hit that final, really interesting question. So, we started in a kitchen full of slow, specialized chefs. Then we saw the rise of the amazing do-it-all super chef. And now we're heading towards a future where the human's main job is to be the head taster, the ultimate decider of quality. Which brings us to this final, really provocative thought. If the AI is now the one in the kitchen, coming up with the ideas, prepping the food, and cooking the meal, what does that make us? Are we still the creators, or have we just become the critics?